It's Delta and the outbreak is growing fast. We now have 10 confirmed cases in the cluster. We just learned that 3 more people have tested positive since the 1 p.m. update, and more details on them will be released tomorrow. 4 of the cases from one flat in Auckland's North Shore are all in their 20s. One of the people living there was a vaccinated nurse at Auckland Hospital. She went to work while infectious. Another was a teacher at Auckland's Avondale College. Now, all of its almost 3,000 students are considered close contacts. And there are 2 more key locations of interest. On Sunday, one of the flatmates went to church in Freeman's Bay. They also went out to party the night before at Sky City. Dr. Ashley Bloomfield is warning the cluster could grow to between 50 and 120 cases. Well, there's still no confirmed link to the border. We now know that the genome is linked to the New South Wales outbreak. A fresh warning of how dangerous Delta is from there today, with the Australian state recording 633 new cases. Here's Michael Morrow.
Amid a community outbreak of the Delta variant, a scramble to get tested.
Better be safe than sorry, right?
Been here probably about 2.5 hours.
Had a cough since Saturday, and because I live locally, I'm a little bit worried.
For health officials, being worried is an understatement.
There could be between 50 and 120, so that's just giving people the sense of the scale here.
We have 7 cases so far. They are the tradesman from Devonport, case A, his colleague, case B, 3 flatmates, including a 21-year-old nurse at Auckland Hospital, a teacher from Avondale College. Now all its students need to isolate and get tested. Another flatmate and 2 of their friends are also in the cluster. One of them was at the Sky City Casino on Saturday night and then on Sunday morning attended a service held at the Auckland Central Church of Christ in Freeman's Bay.
This is a worst case scenario in terms of the possibility for Delta to spread.
The nurse worked on Ward 65 at Auckland Hospital, where DHB bosses have told staff they are concerned about a hospital outbreak. But a visitor to that ward yesterday says he's confused, as no one has been in touch.
I scanned into Ward 65 with my COVID app, and no one's made contact with me, which I thought that I would have been phoned up at 8 o'clock this morning or earlier.
Chris has spent the day trying to call Healthline.
Phone line just cuts out, gone, just clicks off your phone.
Staff and patients are being tested at the hospital. The ministry says they'll contact other affected people, including those who are discharged, when they can. We are learning more about where the virus, confirmed as the Delta variant, came from.
Our case has originated in Australia. And now the job we have is to work through how and when it got here.
There are 2 options: an infection control failure at one of our MIQ hotels where there has been 3 positive cases from Sydney, or we didn't shut off to New South Wales quick enough. Their outbreak started on June 16. We paused the bubble with New South Wales on June 22. At that point, it had 21 active community cases.
It is looking like that was a mistake, that we were too lax with allowing people to return from New South Wales.
It was a gamble, and it would seem at the moment most likely that gamble has not paid off. In fact, that gamble has backfired on us.
But the Prime Minister says we acted swiftly when the outbreak began in Sydney and did require pre-departure tests. Regardless, passenger details are now being checked.
Customs is already drawing down manifests.
That could mean needing to track down and possibly test hundreds of passengers.
Michael joins us now. Michael, what do we know about these new cases that have tested positive this afternoon?
Yeah, Mike, the Minister's office has just confirmed to me that there are 3 new community cases of the Delta variant in New Zealand tonight. So that brings the total number of COVID cases in the community in New Zealand to 10. Now, we don't know who these people are or how exactly they are linked to the other people in that cluster, but we will find out more information tomorrow.
And Michael, there have been some more significant locations of interest announced.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. And these locations of interest are significant purely because of the sheer number of people who may have visited these locations. So listen to this. On a Friday night, the Sweatshop Brew Bar. There's also Bar 101, and someone visited Denny's in the CBD between 1 and 1:30 a.m. On Saturday, there's Pack and Save on Wido Road. And on Monday, there were 2 separate trips to the Birkenhead Countdown and also later that day to the warehouse in New Lynn. Now, of course, all of these details are on our website and are up on the Ministry of Health website. And if people have visited those locations where there would have been a lot of people, make sure you call Healthline, get a test and stay at home.
Michael, thank you.